What up, YouTube? It's your boy JL, aka Johnny Fraction. I'm gonna try to make this real quick. It's September 23rd, 2017. It's about 8:33 p.m. right now. I'm afraid this phone might cut off, but I'm gonna try to do another chapter blog about the book, The Origins of an Islamic State. The last one I did was about this place called Jawf al-Yamama. They was basically talking about people that were rebelling from Islam. It's like 5 chapters all together, like a series of chapters, pretty much talking about the same thing. And this is the second chapter within that series itself, even though this chapter occurred before the rebellion in Jawf al-Yamama. So I'm gonna try to make this real quick, brief, and concise. I can't turn the camera on me right now. You can't see shit anyway, but of course I'm not using no notes. So many different ways to start this. I try to go in chronological order of the chapter, even though I may make leaps. But basically, again, they started off talking about like the situation and what was going on during this time period. All of this occurred after Muhammad had died, so supposedly shortly after that. So again, this is 632 AD. But the second portion of that year, so it's after July, because I believe he died July 8th, if not June 8th of 632 AD. Anyway, so they was talking about like not only was there various tribes rebelling in Arabia, in particular the region of Najd, but also you had some people that was kind of like backtracking in Medina also, but I'm pretty sure they go further into that in the next 3 or 4 chapters after this one. So Abu Bakr, who was the caliph at the time, he had decided to send his general, one of his top generals, Khalid ibn al-Walid, to a place called al-Khassah, but he also made the trip with him. The interesting thing is, again, you know, you got like so many different authors that purport what happened during this time period. In the start of the chapter, they were saying like it was some type of delegation that had went to Abu Bakr, and they came from a place called Bazaka, which again is also within the region of Najd, but it's more so like at the northwestern portion of it, because again, like I said in one of my previous blogs, it's like a nice little swap of land. And you know, there's a town or a city called I think Hell, that's the name of it, Hell. So Bazaka is kind of like 25 miles southwest of that, so that's why I say it's at the northwestern portion of Najd. Anyway, some type of delegation had went to him, and they had a conversation, and Abu Bakr had gave them a choice. He said either you accept the evacuating plan or humiliating plan. And they asked him what was that about as far as the latter of it, and he explained. He said basically it's like this: we take all of your coats and mails, your resources, but at the same time you got to pay blood with, which means like all of the people that may have died in the process, an equal amount of them would have to die as well, or be executed. But at the same time they would have to accept the concept or the fact that the people on their side of the fence that died would go to hell. They would be destined to go to hell. Now that portion that's purported by a certain author, that's all pretty much is what they said. Again, that's at the start of the chapter, but you know, other authors, they go further into what happened. So I'm gonna pause on that portion for a second. Abu Bakr had decided to go to al-Khassah. Now when I looked up the name al-Khassah, it basically means land of the crown. That's what it means. So I'm looking at it like it could be like any type of territory that had been conquered previous to these people that had started to rebel. In fact, the people that rebelled, they were referred to as Muharib. And when I looked up Muharib, you know, initially it was supposedly a tribe, but when I went further into the etymology of the word, it basically means like rebels, kind of. But you know, it's like an extension of it, because it could also, like as far as today, because you got like a lot of quote unquote Islamic terrorists, and a lot of them are referred to as Mujahid or something like that. I forget. It's off the head. I'm trying to make this quick. So I figure, like, you know, the term of it, as far as the definition, could be kind of extended. But back in that time, the people that rebelled against Islam were referred to as Muharid. All right. So when Abu Bakr had decided to go to al-khassah, they didn't exactly denote in that portion what village or city, but, you know, most definitely it was within Najd, the region of Najd. So he went there, and he had his general Khalid ibn al-Walid with him. They fought against the people there. It was a tribe called the Banu-Ushara tribe. Hopefully I'm saying it right. I think it's Banu-Ushara. Anyway, he fought against those people, and it was two guys in particular on that side. One guy, his name was Khairija ibn Hisn, and then there was another guy called Mesa ibn Zabid. They were defeated and they ran off. When they ran off, Abu Bakr sent another guy named Talha ibn Ubaydallah after him. He pretty much didn't catch everybody. He only ended up killing one person, and that was about it. But as far as like that little area that was referred to as being a part of al-khassah, you know, he took hold of it. I'm talking about the caliph. But then he put Khalid ibn al-Walid in charge of the people there, obviously temporarily, to make sure everything was secure. But he gave him like an assistant. And